fucking finally, after 2.5 months being scooter free, riding public transportation, waiting forever for this goddamn company to get back to me, I finally, in all its glory, have my scooter back. This isn't the same one. This is literally a brand new model. They came to the conclusion that they didn't know what the hell was wrong with the thing. After all the error codes and all the parts they sent me, nothing fixed it. So they were like, you know what, we're just going to send you another one. You're going to have to send us the old one back. They had the nerve and audacity to want me to pay $600 to send it back, but I'm going to go into full detail about what the fuck happened. So if you've seen my original review, I did everything in my power to hype this scooter up, everything. But after nearly putting 3,000 miles on it, after a few months of owning it, things went south so fast. It completely broke on me, went kaput, error codes galore. 117, 217, 107, 207. And then what followed was some of the most extremely frustrating customer service experiences I've ever fucking dealt with. I had to literally fight tooth and nail, pull so many empathy cards, and just go ham on this company just to get a replacement, even though I was still well within warranty. You see this? This is my main form of transportation. I don't have a car. I don't have a license. I don't have any of that shit. Not a toy. Not just something I can get on and ride when I want to, even though that's what I do sometimes. I heavily rely on this thing. Every single delay that followed destroyed me. I was so fucking pissed, bro. And quite honestly, man, I started to feel like this company really could give a shit until I started pushing back. So everything I'm about to say isn't to bash the company, not in any way, shape, or form. I'm just going to tell the truth so you know what to expect. The good, the bad, the ugly, it needs to be said. So to all my fellow heavy scooter enthusiasts, because let's be real, if you're going to buy something like this, you are a scooter enthusiast, or if you're already having problems with yours, whether that be an EUC or a scooter beast like this, I'm going to help you figure out your next move. So let's jump to where it all began. And honestly, the first couple of months with this thing was absolutely a delight. I went to sleep waiting to wake up so I can hop on this thing and just ride it around. Performance was phenomenal. The speed was excellent. And the range was a lot more than I was used to, especially coming from a commuter scooter like an Unagi. Bro, every fucking time I went to work with that Unagi, I literally had to charge it as soon as I got to work, and then the same thing when I got home. This thing, I realistically didn't need to charge it for 2 days. And then for those of y'all who already know, when you're riding this thing around, you feel like an absolute badass. You get stares, you get compliments, you get questions. It was really fun. I'm not gonna lie. And quite honestly, for a little while, I actually felt like I made a good investment. But that feeling damn sure didn't last forever. You see, around the 28 to 2,900 mile mark, this thing fell the fuck apart. One night, I was heading home from work, and I was going down a hill, and halfway down that hill, it was like a good mile-long hill. Well, maybe not that much, but you know what I mean. It was a very long, steep hill. I was going down that hill, and what do you know? Error 217 and 117 popped up. And I was already accustomed to these error codes because they've happened a couple times before, but they never stuck. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to shut it off and turn it back on. What had happened? I turned it off, turned it back on, and I could not go above 20 miles an hour. I did everything. I put it in front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, and those error codes were still popping up, and I could not ride it at all in two-wheel drive. Like at all. Nothing. Sorry for that little weird cutoff there. And then the one main thing that I relied on every single day just shit out on me. You have no idea in that moment what I was going through. For days after, I was like freaking the fuck out, stressed out. Now, this is where it became a real fucking problem. I reached out to their customer service, and the website's phone number doesn't work. I don't know if you've ever tried to call the number they have on their website, but it sounds like it goes to a fucking fax machine, and then they call you back randomly. They don't even call you back all the fucking time. I've gotten a call back from them twice with no solutions other than turn the scooter on, turn it off, and then, all right, well, we're going to have to email you because that's where our real support team is. That's what essentially they said. And I swear to God to you, bro, it was like pulling teeth with this fucking company. They asked for videos. They asked for pictures. Countless, beyond countless forms of documentation. And every single time I sent something, fam, it was like starting the entire process all over again. No sense of urgency, no clear timeline, just continuous bullshit back and fucking forth. Bro, I was mad. I was fucking frustrated. I was livid. I had a warranty. I paid thousands upon thousands of dollars for this thing, including the extended fucking warranty. Like, after all of that, do you know what it feels like to be treated as if you didn't matter, or as if your concerns were just, like, who the fuck cares? Some of the worst experiences of my life. Weeks upon weeks passed before anything got resolved. I cannot tell you how fucking persistent I was, bro. And that persistence led to nothing more than copy and paste responses. As you can clearly see, they did eventually send me a replacement, an entirely brand new unit. So I'll give them credit there. I mean, as far as where credit is due, anyway. So yes, they very well did come through. But bro, this was probably some of the biggest fights in my life that I've ever had the not pleasure of dealing with. And when you're depending on something like this to just live your life normally, to function, to go to work, to run errands, to buy groceries, whatever, being left in the dark like the way I was not okay. Not in any way, shape, or form. So here's where I stand. After all the bullshit, would I recommend this? If you get a flawless unit and treat it right, I will promise you it is a beast of a scooter. But if anything at all goes wrong with this thing, I'm telling you right now, fucking prepare yourself for a fight to get anything fixed on this. Especially if you don't know how to work on it. Because that was one of the responses to me. Oh, well, a lot of our consumers and customers, a lot of them work on their own units. I'm not a fucking technician. I'm not an electrician. I'm not any of that shit. So why the fuck are you telling me to work on this, bro? Like, get the fuck out of my face with that. In all reality, fam, I'm not here to scare y'all off from purchasing something like this. But I damn sure am not gonna lie to you either. I just wanted to be extremely transparent with everything. Because quite honestly, I know how hard it is to find honest reviews like this. A lot of the time people are paid to hype it up and, you know, they're given free units to make it sound like it's the best thing ever, but they don't tell you the back alleyways of shit like this. If you're thinking about buying a hyper scooter, just be cautious, do your research, really read reviews, because that was a mistake I made. I just literally listened to all the hype around this thing without really taking into consideration, well, what happens if it breaks down? And I'm standing here like that with this one too. God fucking forbid. All I know is with this unit, I'm going to treat it a little differently. I'm going to joyride a lot less. I'm going to stop pushing it to its max all the time. And I'm actually going to take care of this thing this time so I don't have to go through this bullshit again. Also, if you're going to buy a hyper scooter or anything along the lines, an EUC, whatever, always get an extended warranty because these things come with a year. That's it. Kind of just shows how much faith they have in their product. You know what I'm saying? Always stay on top. Be louder than the silence they give you. Anyway, that's my review. Well, updated review. And so if you want to know more, and if this has helped you in any way, make your decision, drop a comment, like, subscribe, you know, the usual shit people ask you to do. More videos will be coming about this product, the scooter, rides, all that shit. I'll catch y'all in the next video.